Module 8 Lab 7B, we are going to re-exploit the vulnerability found in our Windows system that revolves around the Windows netapi service. To do so, we're going to need to have our attack system in a host-only configuration. If you're not in a host-only, please change it, restart your networking services and/or reboot. You will also need to come down and power on if it ain't broke. And once it's up and running, we're going to leave it off to the side here. We will look back inside our attack system. We need to be in a terminal prompt, and we're going to want to discover what that address is for that Windows system. If I remember correctly, I was looking at 192.168.40.130. Now, as you can see, DHCP, it has a new address. I'm not getting a response. I can change this to 129, and I'm getting a response, so the address is 129. If we weren't sure what the address was, we would simply have to run our nmap command on the subnet range we're working in until we discovered the device that was in there. Being that I'm working with 192.168.40.129, I'm good to go, and I'm going to come over here and open a new tab. First thing I want to do is start the Metasploit service. To do that, I need the Metasploit database available to me, so I'm going to start PostgreSQL. I will also come back and start Metasploit. And I can now type MSF console and wait for Metasploit to load. And after some time, Metasploit should start for you, and because it's the netapi service we're going to exploit, we want to do a search for the Microsoft patch MS08-067. It brings back our exploit right here that we're going to use. So I will copy, and now I will use, and you can simply right click, paste, and load your exploit. Remember, the first thing we're going to want to do after we have an exploit loaded is we want to show options. We need to specify the R host. We have our port available to us, so now we will set our host as 192.168.40.129. This will be whatever your system for your Windows is. You will have to ping to discover it or run an nmap. Our host is now set. I'm going to show our options again and see that it is in place. Let's view our payloads available to us. Tons of payloads in here to choose from with this vulnerability. We will actually be looking for a Meterpreter reverse TCP connection. You can copy that or type it out. We will set payload as Windows Meterpreter reverse underscore TCP. Let's show options one more time. Because it's a reverse connection, a connection coming back to us, we need to specify our address. To do that, we will set lhost as our IP, 192.168.40.131. If you need to confirm your address, just type ifconfig and your address will be listed. Hit enter and show options. Should be one last time here. Connecting back to us, we have our port set, our host, and our port available here. You'll see with the reverse TCP, the target connects back to us. This is a great option for bypassing network firewalls. So think about there being a firewall stopping us from always moving into this system. This guy originates the connection out to us. That always helps. Then there's a bind TCP, and that's where we try to create the connection directly back into them. Now let's go ahead and re-exploit this target here, and you'll see that our Windows system here has actually allowed us to inject through that netapi service some encoding which forced it to create a connection back to us, and we have a interpreter prompt here in front of us. Now this is extremely powerful what we just did. This interpreter shell, it allows us to upload say a Trojan application. Let's say we have a calc.exe file that we've actually embedded a Trojan within, and we want to upload that calc into the Windows sys32 directory so that when it's executed, the connection is established back to us. That's one route to go. But this interpreter session allows us to perform a lot of functions here on this host. We have it at our disposal at this point in time. Let me start up our system and show you the connection that was established. So I open our system up and I go to a command prompt and simply run a netstat-a. Let's see what active sessions we have available. And there we go. That's our established session that we just created back to us right now. If you want to verify the system you're connected to with Meterpreter, you can type sysinfo and hit enter, and it shows what system we're on. You also have another command that you can run called getuid, and that's going to bring up some interesting results. I don't want to display it. I want you guys to run that, and that's actually going to be your deliverable to submit for this lab. Once we get to this point, we now have access back to our system, and we will be able to upload our malware in our third lab for Module 8. Congratulations.